Dear friends, in today we are going to start a new topics programming through C++, which is most important for any type of class curriculum where object oriented programming concept rules over. If you know C, then it is easier to know C++. Why? Because if C can be turned as the subset, C++ can be turned as the set. And if C++ is termed as a set and Java is the superset. Hence, why the name is C++? Answer is having C concept with some additional feature that makes C++. And in latter part, we will be discussing why the name is C++ and so on. And in the first class, in today's class, we have to discuss what is C++, why we use C++, application of the C++, and history of C++. The first comes to what is C++. Remember, as a brief, if anybody asks you what is C++, first the definition should be C++ is a programming language or object-oriented programming language. Why object-oriented? We have to discuss in the latter part, but first we have to remember C++ is a programming language and it is a high-level language of fourth generation. C is a middle level, high level language because it comes after third and before the fourth. But C++ is a fourth generation high level language. As you know, what is the importance of high level language? Maximum codes that user uses, maximum command the user uses, having the similarity with day-to-day wording that has the similarity with the commands, and hence it is easy for the user to remember. And again, what is the another importance of the C++? Because if you know C, it is become more easier to know C++. Finally, you have to remember C++ is a fourth generation high level language and we can tell as a cross-platform language. Why it is known as cross-platform language? Because if you develop a program in any system, you can write it and run it in any other system without changing anything else. That gives you the concept of a platform independency. As we previously discussed, what is the meaning of platform independency? Because write once, run many concepts. In this generation of a high level language, one machine's internal structure is similar to other, and if a program runs perfectly in one machine and transferred to the other machine will perfectly run without any changes. It don't impact any performance of the system. Hence, C++ is called cross-platform language and it is a high performance application based programming language. Why it is high performance? Because it provides security, it provides data hiding, it provides emphasis on the data and many things which is not possible in C. C++ was developed by Branjo Straps. You can tell as Straps, which is an extension of C language. Why it is extension? Because all the feature in the C with C++, in addition to this, many feature in C++ is added which is not possible in C, like class, inheritance, polymorphism, template, exception. These are the feature which is not possible in C that is possible in C++, which makes C++ much more weighted language in comparison to C. C++ gives the programmer a high level of control over the system and resource as well as the memory. Resource management means automatic memory allocation and reallocation, which means that when required the memory is taken, when don't required the memory is released. That type of facility is also available in C++. This language means C++ language has updated many times, but initially updation made in 2011, then 2014, 2017 and many other like this. Maybe many updation takes place and it might be turned according to the version. C++ 11 edition, C++ 14 edition, C++ 17 edition. What is the meaning of edition? Edition means there is existence of the language as the origin, some new things is being added and some older things is being deprecated or removed, which makes a language more popular if every time the upgradation is made. Finally, the conclusion point you have to remember, C++ is a cross-platform language developed by Strops, which can be termed as the extension language of the C and which gives the more resource management such as memory management to the programmer, and many versions of the C++ is being available today. But the basic concept of C++ of any edition is similar to other edition, only difference is some new thing is being added and some older things is being deprecated or the changed. The second part of the today's class, why we use C++. Remember, if there is some importance in any language, so that we have to use it. So like C, what is the importance of the C++ and what the additional thing you can do in C++ that is not possible in C. C++ is one of the world's most popular languages, just like C. C++ can be found in today's operating system development, graphical user interface development and embedded system. Means you find the operating system Windows that is developed in C++. You find any games or the graphics application that is developed in C++. You find any of the application used in any type of modern electronic devices, some extent is developed by the C++. And hence C++ is the most popular high level programming language among all other languages that is available today. C++ is an object-oriented programming language which gives the clear structure of the program and allows the code to be reused and lowering the development cost, means reusability. What is the meaning of reusability? Write the program once and use it in many upon according to the requirement, which is the another biggest part of the C++. What is object-oriented? Remember, there are the topics is coming very soon. What is OOPS? Remember, object is the real world entity and a programming language can be termed as an object-oriented programming language if it support features like polymorphism, inheritance, data encapsulation, data abstraction, message passing, dynamic binding, then the programming can be termed as the object-oriented programming language. C++ is one of them, and simply you remember object is nothing but to interact with a class we need the object. Object is the key to the door in a room, and if the room can be termed as a class as a user-defined data type and object is used to interact with a class, and in a class two things that we need that is defined, one is member, one is function. Member is nothing but to store the value just like a variable, and function is nothing but to operate on the member. Function sometime we termed as methods. Means member is used to store the value, method is used to operate on the member. Members and methods are placed in a single packet known as data encapsulation. Benefit of data encapsulation provide the data hiding facility. Data hiding means the data restriction is done by three access specifier or modifier. One is private, one is public, one is protected. Hence, class can be termed as a user-defined data type. Hence, C++ can be termed as an object-oriented programming language, and more detail about object-oriented programming language we have to discuss in the latter part. The next point is why we use C++. C++ is portable. Why it is portable? Write once, run many. You have to write once and use it in many systems. What type of operating system or what type of your hardware configuration may be there. Suppose a system having Windows operating system, you are running the C++ program and that program is transferred to the Unix or Linux based system without any changes. It is to be run there. Hence, in the less space, we can in the less time run our program. Hence, it is portable in nature. Another important point of portable is what? You compile once, you have to run it again. Recompilation is not needed. Suppose compile time is 2 minutes and run time is 2 minutes, total time taken by the program is 4 minutes. If you compile and run in a system, you transfer to the other system, there is no compilation required, you have to direct run it. Hence, compilation time is avoided and hence less time is taken. We know that if the space is reduced, the time is reduced, the space is increased, the time is increased, and hence Space and time are reciprocal to each other. C++ is portable in nature and is used to develop application that can be adopted in multiple platforms that I told. Write once, run many. Any application developed in one system can be run without compiling again and run in the another system, that is known as your write once, run many activities. C++ is fun and easy to run. Why it is fun? Because it is easy and we can develop many entertainment applications like games and multimedia applications. As C++ is close to C and C# and Java, it makes easy for the programmer to switch from C++ to any other languages. Means if you know C, if you know C++, it is very easy to transfer your skill to the Java, because as I previously told, if C is the subset, C++ is the set, and the Java is a superset, and hence it is advised always to the student first learn C, then C++, then switch over to the Java or the Python or any other languages. And in overall conclusion, why we use C++? By knowing C++, we can develop many applications like operating system, GUI application, embedded system, and which provide you the easy understanding and a fun application, and it is very easy to switch over from C++ or any other languages that you want to know in the future uses. In the next third part of the today's class is application of the C. What you can do by C++. Remember, the development of operating system is developed by knowing the C++ programming. The development of a GUI application, graphical user interface application like media player, just like WhatsApp based application type, not exactly WhatsApp, media player, games, that can be possible to develop in C++. Browser, Google Chrome, Internet Explorer type of browser can be developed in C++. Any graphics or the game application developed in C++. Any database software like MySQL, SQL Server type of application, database can be developed in C++. Your library, different header files, different device driver, different types of functions codes that can be also defined or developed by C++. Your cloud computing network applications can be developed in C++. Your development of translator like a compiler and interpreter, that can be developed in C++. Your games, any type of game can be developed in C++. Any type of scanning activity like QR code scanning and other, that can be also possible by help of C++. Means if you know C++ in detail and explore it, we can develop such type of application, and hence for modern era's application, C++ is very useful. In the last part of the today's class, we have to discuss the history of C++. History means who developed, what is the benefit of C++, previously what language was there, and by coming to the C++, what we can better achieve. C++ language is object-oriented language, as we discussed. It is a high-level language of fourth generation language type, because C is the middle-level language, COBOL, Fortran, Pascal are the third generation languages. The programming language was created, designed and developed by a Danish computer scientist Straubs in Bell's telephone laboratory, that is basically termed as Nokia Bell's lab in Morrill Hill in New Jersey. As he wanted, who wanted? The Straubs wanted a flexible and dynamic language which is similar to C with all its features, but with additional active type checking, basic of inheritance, function arguments, classes, inlining. These features the developer wants, and that is available in C++. Means OOPS concept not possible in C, that is available in C++. Active type checking means there are two types of checking are there, that is autoboxing and unboxing. Autoboxing means you can convert primitive data type to the object type and object data type to the primitive data type. That is not possible in C. Inheritance concept, the concept of reusability, function argument as a default argument or the polymorphism technique, classes which gives you the fundamental boundary of the C++, inline which reduces the object code program execution become faster, which is not possible in C, that is C++ available is there. That was the main intention of Straubs, having all the feature with C in C++ with some additional, otherwise the people will think C and C++ is the same. Means the developer always wants to develop such a language having similarity with C, but having some additional feature that is not available in C, that is possible in C++. That was the main intention. C++ was initially known as C with classes, but was renamed as C++ in 1983. Plus plus is the shorthand for adding new variety to the programming language. Therefore, C++ roughly means one higher than C. You can tell C with classes, you can tell one higher than in C, but in short, you can tell C++ means having feature all in C and some of the additional feature that is added, and hence the shortcut name is C++. In history, you have to remember, is a high level language developed by Stroop's. Intention was to develop a language having all feature in C with some additional activity. Those activity added in C++, just like type checking, inheritance, default argumenting concept, inlining, classes, and initially the name was C with classes, but in latter part it is termed as C with plus plus, means C more higher than C, means having all feature in C with some additional feature added to it. Hence, in today's class, we discuss four things: what is C++, why we use C++, application of the C++, and history of C++. It is my kind suggestion and request to all the viewers, having any comment, please make it. It is acceptable by us, or make email to us in this address. If you like the video, kindly by heart like it. If you did not subscribe previously, all are request to kindly subscribe it. We are coming with some new thoughts and new topics as the series like C, and ending with again 100 episode in C++ before starting the new topic with questions, any clarifications, competitive questionnaires, multiple choice questions, and everything else we will be providing you, which is the richest in comparison to C. Thank you. See you in the next class.